Good morning, everybody. Rick Steele here. Yes, it's that time of year again. Exciting. The marathon that we call the MLB season 2024 version is about to begin. So we're going to get you set up with the betting tips video here today relating to how to bet on the MLB season. It is a marathon, that's for sure, not a sprint like all of this is. So strap yourself in, buckle yourself up, and we'll get going on that topic in one brief moment. So if you want to follow me across social media, get all the latest sports betting news at RickSteele99, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to turn on the notifications. And as well, if you'd like to bet what I bet on a daily basis all year long and through the baseball season as mentioned, picks are always free, and you can do so two different ways. One, through the homepage of my website, pshltd.com. Simply click on the Today's Picks button. And in addition, you could follow me on the Betstamp app. My username there is Rick S. Either way, through social media, turn on those notifications, or on the Betstamp app, once you follow me, turn on those notifications. Each and every time I make a bet, those bets will go directly to your phone, or worst case, you'll be alerted to go to the homepage of the website because a new bet has just been posted to the site. Picks are always free. They always will be free. Total transparency. My records are updated, broken down by sport on a daily basis. All that I ever ask for in return, in providing you with betting tips videos, the nuts and bolts on how to become a more successful long-term sports bettor. In addition, obviously, the picks, which are always free and always will be. If you could support my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button, I would thank you in advance for that. And to your own benefit, turn on the notifications there, and each time I upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it as well to your device. Thank you again in advance for your support. And as mentioned, the goal is simply to help you become a more long-term profitable sports bettor, put you on a few more winners, help you to avoid some losers, and in addition, if you can, reciprocate by subscribing to the channel. I would appreciate that. Okay, let's jump into the topic at hand, the MLB season. Here we come, right? Now, baseball represents the highest dollar value out of any sport that we handicap over the course of a season. There are 2,592 regular season games. This volume far exceeds any other sport that we handicap in depth, and that provides us with the most betting opportunities. Now, baseball also has a tendency to be streakier than any other sport. It's a long, long season through the spring and summer and then the fall. And as mentioned, a big marathon, not a sprint. Now, there's going to be extended winning streaks and losing streaks, so stay on an even keel, buckle up, and it will be well worth it. What's 2024 MLB going to bring us? Well, the way baseball is being played, especially for the last 2 or 3 years, with all the rule changes that it's gone through, dramatic changes in how the game is being played. As sports bettors, it's our responsibility to adjust our handicapping techniques to stay ahead of the market. I continue on a regular basis, even more so with baseball with the rule changes, to adapt the handicapping techniques, changes to the way the game is being played. How has that happened? Well, we know that a lot of teams use openers. Stud pitchers don't go longer than 6 innings, generally speaking. Strikeouts are a norm, moving runners over, playing small ball doesn't happen that much anymore. The emphasis on the home run. Believe me, I've made so many changes over the last 2 or 3 years to adapt, but that's what we're all about, whether it's market conditions or game rules or changes in how the game is played. Look at the NBA with its three-point shooting. That's our responsibility to adjust, to stay one step ahead of the market as far as that's concerned. And that will never change as far as challenges are concerned in the handicapping sports betting marketplace. Bullpens, right? They become more and more important. Deep, talented, rested bullpens, relief pitchers that can get lefties and righties out. all important factors. Now, again, to ensure that you never miss a bet, follow me across social media and turn on those notifications. Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. My handle is @ricksteele99. It's important when I do place a bet that you jump on that and place your bet very close to around the same time. As you know, we deal in a fluid marketplace, so the lines are changing all the time. Wait too long and it will end up losing value. And as well, what you want to do is at the same time line shopping, which we always stress. Today, with the legalization across North America of sports betting, there's no excuse to not get the same lines, if not better, than what I'm betting at. As usual, like with the other sports, we will on some days place various bets at different times through the day in order to be successful in timing the marketplace to get maximum line value. Shop, shop, shop to get that best line available. You don't want to bet a game at 140 when it's available at 132. You don't want to bet a game at plus 112 when it's available at plus 119. Regardless of the dollar amount of your unit, 1 cent on a difference of the line over the course of a season, dollar-wise, percentage-wise, makes a huge difference. It could literally be the difference between a winning and losing MLB betting season. If you're not getting the same lines I am, as mentioned, there's two main reasons. You haven't turned on your alerts, so the bets are not getting to your handheld through Betstamp. Username again, Rick S. Follow me, turn on the notifications, one method, or again through social media. So you're not acting on those, or you're not shopping at enough sports books. Either way, it will be doom as far as you, whether you're following me, anyone else, or just betting on your own. You need to line shop. You need to time the market effectively in order to turn a profit in this business. No excuses with how many sports books are available these days. Now, let's get into some specific techniques and tools to look out for during the course of a season. In my opinion, there's an MLB sweet spot, a line between minus 140 to minus 180 as far as favorites. The marketplace a lot of times is hesitant to lay that type of juice. You don't want to be doing it on a regular basis, but when you've identified value, there is a sweet spot because of the hesitancy of some sports bettors in the marketplace. You may find that those games end up being somewhere when you price it out to 220, 240, so you do have excellent value. A pitcher who does not get strikeouts or a lot of ground balls could be subjective to big innings. Trend in baseball is now to get the starting pitcher, as we know, through 6, whether he's a stud pitcher or even a middle of the rotation type of guy, and then turn it over to the specialist to get the last 9 outs out of the bullpen. It's becoming more and more difficult for a team trailing after 6 to come back with how the back end of the bullpens are now structured. So when you handicap a game, and if for that play, most of your value is tied up in the starting pitching matchup, you have a disadvantage, for example, in the bullpen, don't be afraid, obviously, to bet the game for just the first 5 innings. If there's value, now don't forget as well, depending on whether you're the favorite or the dog for those first 5 innings, you are going to be paying a premium to bet it for the first 5 innings. So you do have to make sure that that difference in price, full game versus 5 innings, is justified. An MLB team seeing the same pitcher for a second time over a short time span, the advantage goes to the hitters, especially if we're dealing with a young pitcher who has not learned how to make the necessary adjustments yet. So keep that in mind, especially as far as betting aside, and it also will affect your betting when it comes to the total on the game as well. Warmer weather, ball travels better, equals more runs. Day games, batters see the ball better, equals more runs. Games starting at 4 to 5 p.m. local time, You have shadows going and creeping across home plate will have a big impact, especially on the first half of the game, which will equal less runs. Now, the way the MLB games are played these days, a huge chunk of your handicapping, as mentioned, I want to emphasize, should go to the bullpen, specifically the closer, the setup man, and recent usage and effectiveness of the pitchers within that bullpen. Remember, when handicapping any game in any sport, you have to have multiple reasons why to choose one side over the other and have established value. We all know that the majority of the baseball line is set up and centered around the starting pitching. So always keep that in mind and your thoughts as you're looking at games through the season. If the basis of your bets is the gap between the starting pitching A versus starting pitching B, guess what? Unless this has been miscalculated into the line, you haven't really found value. It's already baked into the line. Unless, again, you determine that the gap between these starting pitchers is either much closer or much further apart than the marketplace is indicating. So you should also identify pitchers, as we also like to say, with a reputation versus reality aspect. Similar to a team concept, a pitcher's been good for many, many years. Well, they're going to continue to be bet even if there's been a decline in their effectiveness. So look for reputation versus realities. These guys are going to be overpriced for some time until the markets get a catch up, and there'll be opportunities to fade these particular pitchers. So there's some of a brief overview as we get you set for the 2024 MLB season. Again, if anyone has any specific questions as we head towards opening day, be sure to shoot those questions through the social media outlets of Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. My handle again, @RickSteele99, or here on the YouTube channel, and I'll get back to you with any specific questions that you may have. Here's to everyone having a long, profitable MLB season. May all the winners be yours. Let's play ball, and we'll be back with you shortly with another betting tips video here on the YouTube channel. Again, before you leave, please don't forget to smash the subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and you'll be alerted each and every time. May all the winners again be yours.